ओके शुरू करो.
Okay. Yes. Okay. चलो. So there is a question. Last class में जो ये question दिया था, I guess उसमें कुछ mistake था. It was December 1986 somewhere. This is a question. Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority was established by the Government of India in 13th February 1985, 13th February 1980, 13th February 1986, 13th December 1986. Which is the right answer?
Sir, which option? C option.
Yes. Actually, in the last class, मैंने जब next time जब complete किया देखा उसमें कुछ December. It was December 1986. So that is a wrong. The correct answer is 13th February 1986. The objective of the Edible Oil Packaging Regulation Order 1988 is to ensure that the solvent extracted oils do not reach the consumers before they are refined, ensure easing in vegetable oil products prices, ensure to conform to the quality standards specified in the order, ensure the availability and quality edible oil. Options are
Sir,
not so
option
straight.
A.
Option?
The A option. Is it A option?
Ensure that the solvent extracted oil do not reach the consumers before they are refined. No. That is not the answer. See, there are C and D, both are somewhere right answers. Okay. But you can choose this one, ensure the availability and quality edible oil. Because when I'm saying availability and quality, it comprises everything. That means it is also following the standards. Okay. BIS certification for packaged drinking water is a binding regulation, obligatory standard, voluntary standard, mandatory standard. Which is the right answer?
Mandatory, sir.
Mandatory.
Mandatory standard. What is the difference between obligatory and mandatory standards? Right answer is mandatory only. But what is the difference between obligatory and mandatory? Okay, anyhow, this is obligatory means something which is guided by ethics. Okay, होना जरूरी है, होना चाहिए, kind of that. Voluntary means आप follow करो ना करो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Mandatory means which is needed by law. Okay, binding regulation is of some certain kind of some specific regulations which are there. But BIS and FSSAI both are required for your packaged drinking water. Okay. A society that organizes grassroots level awareness programs among fishermen, fisherwomen, processing workers, and other stakeholders, thereby changing their mindset towards fish quality management and responsible fishing, is called as. What is the answer?
Ampeda. Net fish.
Very good. एपेडा बोलेंगे तो गलत होगा, सॉरी एम्पेडा बोलेंगे तो गलत होगा, because that is a broader term, but specifically what has been described here, it is actually net fish. Okay, what is the net fish का full form क्या है? Net fish का full form Network for Fish Quality Management and Sustainable Fishing. Okay, Network for Fish Quality Management and Sustainable Fishing. थोड़ा सा अटपटा सा है, but this is the full form. Okay, the Food Authority comprises of dash members of which women shall make up to dash. This is a very common question. 20, 1/3, 22, 3/4, 22, 1/3, 21, 3/4.
That's the option.
Option C, right. 22 members, of which 1/3 should be women. The designated officer performs the following functions except sanction and launch prosecution, issuing and cancelling license of FBOs, seize any article of food, investigate any complaint against FSOs. Which is the right answer?
Option C, sir.
Option
C. C is any article of food.
right. So option C is the right answer. Seizure power is given to FSO, not DO. Okay. National Program for Organic Production was launched in 2000, 2001, 2011, 2012. हमने एनपीओपी पिछले क्लास में पढ़ा था, एनपीओपी का फुल फॉर्म, but now the question is the launching year when it has been established or launched. नहीं पता. The answer is 2001. Okay, NPOP was launched in 2001. As per FSSA 2006, Food Safety Standards Act 2006, purchasers may have any food article analyzed by informing the food business operator at the time of purchase of his intention, sending purchased food for analysis without informing the FPO, sending 2 parts to food safety officer, dividing the sample into 3 parts.
Sir, A option.
Very good. So somewhere maybe we face such issues, like people will buy some product and there is some issue with the complaint regarding quality or something, and they will complain to us कि sir ऐसा issue है, मैं इसको lab में भेजना चाहता हूँ. So now the technical issues are, when it is something perishable item, if you are not following the cold chain, the case will not stand. One thing. Second thing is, you have not informed the FBO of your intention of sending the sample to lab, so you cannot send the sample. So it's very important when we also draw sample, and we also need to give a notice in the format 5A, where it is written that for what parameters we are going to analyze for that particular sample. So एक notice उनको दिया जाता है, ठीक है. So जब कोई purchaser भी अगर purchase करके कोई consumer, if they want, they also need to give an intimation कि I want to send this sample to lab for analysis. Which of the following is not a part of risk analysis? Risk assessment, risk communication, risk prevention, risk management. Which is not a part of risk analysis?
Option C.
Option? Can you be? Yes, it is option C. Risk prevention is not a part of the risk analysis. Health is defined as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and merely the absence of disease or infirmity by WHO, UNESCO, FSSAI, FAO.
WHO.
Very good. This definition is given by WHO. Codex standards are used to increase the revenue collection, standardize the products by the manufacturers, protect the interest of the food manufacturers, protect the health of the consumers, and ensure fair practices in the food trade.
D option.
The key point is fair practices in food trade. बाकी चीज तो होंगे, but this is important. The licensing authority for the manufacture of mineral water and packaged drinking water in India is PFA. Yes, Agmar. Now there is another question here. This is a previous question. This was asked in, I think, 2019. So it is not that only BIS is the licensing authority. FSSAI is also a requirement. In order to manufacture any mineral water, packaged drinking water, both BIS and FSSAI is mandatory. Now here we are having only 4 options, only BIS there, so right answer will be BIS.
Sir, तो BIS and FSSAI एक साथ होगा तो which one should be marked?
देना पड़ेगा. हाँ, वो देना पड़ेगा, वो वाला ऑप्शन देना पड़ेगा. अगर BIS and FSSAI किया हुआ है, दोनों देना पड़ेगा. अगर FSSAI भी दिया होगा तो definitely there will be an option called both A and B, like that there will be some option.
Okay.
ठीक है. Because without BIS we won't issue FSSAI, and without FSSAI we cannot manufacture any food item. As simple. Maximum residue limits for individual pesticides in or on specific commodities is proposed by GEMRA, MRA, JECFA, JMPR.
JECFA.
Which one?
So D option.
Option D. Somebody said JECFA.
No, it's a food additive.
Correct answer is JMPR only. What is the full form of JMPR?
Joint FAO and WHO for pesticides.
Joint FAO and WHO. Then
Meeting
on
Pesticide residue.
Pesticide residue.
very good. So that is joint FAO and WHO meeting on pesticide residue. Similarly, for GEMRA, what is the full form? MRA क्या होता है? MRA का full form याद कीजिए तो फिर आपको पता चल जाएगा. Microbiological risk assessment. Okay, so that is joint meeting, that joint FAO and WHO meeting on microbiological risk assessment. What is JECFA?
food additive.
Very good. So that is a meeting on food additive. Okay. So the next question: the organization responsible for formulating Indian standards for fresh and processed fish is APEDA, AMPEDA, AGMARC, BIS.
AMPEDA.
B.
AMPEDA.
AMPEDA.
AMPEDA. The organization responsible for formulating Indian standards for fresh processed fish.
Maybe AGMARC.
AGMARC. Why APEDA? Why AMPEDA?
This is international standard.
This? I didn't get you. Tell again, please.
Is it APEDA?
Is it APEDA? Is it AMPEDA?
No, it will
Okay,
be AMPEDA.
This will be
AMPEDA.
Why?
B option.
Why?
Because it deals with the marine products, no? And fresh and processed feeds, fish is the
Fresh and
belongs to the
processed
marine
fish.
products category.
How you can say marine products, marine fish and fresh fish are same?
I'm not telling that marine fish and fresh fish are same, but the category fish belongs to the marine.
Let's park this question. आप लोग एक बार study कीजिए इसको. Specifically, just see this one. Indian standards for fresh and processed fish. Okay. एक टिप ये है कि एम्पेडा में मैरीन फिश के बारे में बोला. So Indian stand for fresh and processed fish क्या होना चाहिए? AGMARC will not be the answer. AMPEDA, BIS, there are 3 options. I'm just parking this question. Anything else? Anyone was saying something? Anything you want to add something?
BIS because it's Indian standard.
Very good. That is the actually answer, but आपने बता दिया. Anyhow, you just go through this. Okay, this is actually the right answer is BIS. Okay, but आप एक बार इसको पढ़िए. मैं नहीं बताना चाह रहा था, but आप एक बार इसको पढ़िए. Indian standards for fresh and processed fish. Specifically for this, BIS is actually formulating the standards. Okay. Chairperson of Food Authority should be well versed in the field of engineering, social science, food science, medicine. Very easy question.
Food science.
Food science.
Obviously, it should be well versed. The full form of MRA we have already done.
It's A.
Microbiological risk.
C. A option.
Yes, microbiological risk assessment. See, micro risk assessment is also there is a option. So galti se micro nahi kar dena. Nothing called micro or major. It should be microbiological risk assessment. Okay. An autonomous commercial policy instrument directed to promote and sustain mutual trade and to develop economic cooperation among countries is termed as certificate of clearance, certificate of origin, certificate of authenticity, certificate of assurance.
D option.
Read again. An autonomous commercial policy instrument directed to promote and sustain mutual trade and to develop economic cooperation among countries. What is the certificate of analysis? पता है किसी को what is the certificate of analysis, COA? The option is not here. I'm just asking.
So that is just to check, means announce our quality parameters, that we have these quality parameters or the meters of this product.
Yes. So that is certificate of analysis is basically the certificate which actually tells you that which parameter for a particular food item, say moisture, other parameter, physical, chemical parameters, which one is how much. So that is a giving an assurance key which is within the standard limits. Okay, that is certificate of analysis. Now, when we are doing some certain kind of export import, okay, something it is coming from abroad, some
I think
origin
it
is
will
from
be certificate of origin.
Yes, the correct answer is certificate of origin. That is what I'm trying to come to that point. Now, certificate of clearance is something, it is in customs. Okay, it may not be food or anything else. उसमें customs में क्या रहता है कि there will be certificate of clearance for certain maybe documentary things or something. Okay, certificate of authenticity, as such there is no certain kind of thing, but authenticity is something like whether that particular food item, the brand or the packaging, the thing is made from that particular manufacturer or not, because there are many fraud manufacturers copying those brands, okay, copying those products, duplicating the products. So that is a part. But here we are basically focusing, just focus this thing, directed to promote and sustain mutual trade and develop economic cooperation among countries. Economic cooperation among countries. So this certificate of origin is the document which tells us कि that particular item कहाँ से सबसे पहले origin हुआ था, ठीक है, उसमें जो बनते हैं. So this correct answer is certificate of origin. Okay. The function of MPEDA include, चलो ये question भी यहाँ पे आ गया. Fine. Making international trade easy, provide infrastructural facilities for seafood import trade, promotion of international marine products in Indian market, inspection of marine products in its raw materials, fixing standards and specification. What is the right answer?
Promotion of international marine product in
Promotion of international marine products in Indian market. Okay. Anybody else? Any other option or just
It will be option
Yes.
A.
option A, making international trade easy. Okay. Any other option?
So C.
And
Okay.
sir, option
2%
D
C,
भी
1% A. Anything else?
option D भी sir.
Option D है sir. Option D. Who told option D? Pushparaj. Okay. So why the option D, Pushparaj, and why making international trade easy? The other people said option C. Why?
It looks sir because we have to deal with marine product,
Okay. First thing is marine product.
and
Fine.
in option A, international trade easy, nothing is specific.
Nothing is specific, right? MPEDA making international trade easy. Why? For that there are trade. What is that? WTO and many things are there. So
Yes.
that is not required, right? Fine. Then why option C is not the right answer?
Because option C is it since import कराने को बोल रहा है, ऐसा लग रहा है.
हाँ, ऐसा लग रहा है कि इंडियन मार्केट में ही सिर्फ इंपोर्ट कराना है, उसको प्रमोशन करना है, उसके लिए एम्पेडा बनी नहीं. Not the. So see, the right answer is they are doing inspection, they are doing the making the standards, specifically marine, whatever the products are there. So उसका specification बनाना, standards fix करना, सारी चीज वो करते हैं. So the most appropriate or the most correct answer is option D. A तो कभी भी नहीं होगा. आपने किसी एक जन ने आपने A बताया, so आप देखिए simply this is a kind of you can say generic statement. Making international trade easy, it's a generic statement. So एम्पेडा को क्यों responsible होना चाहिए? ऐसा नहीं है. ठीक है, we have to look after the other parts also. Okay. C, provide infrastructural facility for seafood import trade. Now this is again a kind of, you can say it's not a direct role. They may be engaging with the government, they may engage with the other local authorities to provide this facility, but that is not a direct role. Okay. Promotion of international marine products, by again it's becoming a specific narrowing down कि Indian market पे सिर्फ import का promote कर रहे हैं. So that is not the case. So
इंडियन मार्केट नहीं रहे तो ये ऑप्शन हो सकता है ना?
हाँ, ये ऑप्शन हो सकता है, but it's not completely correct.
Concern है कि mainly it focus upon the promotion of international marine products.
See, it is obviously promotion. It is obviously promoting the international marine products. That's fine. That is absolutely true. But you cannot make it specific to Indian market only. Okay. Or other than that, it is not only promoting. It is also doing this inspection. It is also making the standards, all the specifications. So, जो most appropriate option है, that we have to choose.
Sir, but MPEDA is promoting Indian fishes in international market, not international.
उल्टा है. That is true.
marine
That is
products.
true. That is true. Yes. Okay. See, here the point what she understood is, अच्छा वो इंडियन मार्केट में बोल दिया ना, तो ऑप्शन ही उल्टा बोल दिया. Okay, anyhow, this is actually in Indian market they said. So basically, if it is like this, promotion of marine products in international market, Indian marine products in international market, that could be a right option. But that is again not complete.
बट सर एमपीडा तो स्टैंडर्ड्स एंड स्पेसिफिकेशन बनाता नहीं ना, ये सिर्फ डेवलपमेंट एंड उसके लिए है ना.
हाँ बनाता है ना, वो फिक्स करता है, स्टैंडर्ड स्पेसिफिकेशन बनाता है, इंस्पेक्शन वगैरह करवाता है. ओके, प्रमोशन इज देयर. प्रमोशन तो होता ही है, इंडियन का जो है इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में प्रमोट करना, वो तो है ही है. बट वो सिर्फ एक ही काम नहीं है, ये बाकी सारी जितनी चीजें हैं वो ज्यादा आपका अप्रोप्रिएट है. ठीक है.
यस सर.
ओके, आई थिंक देयर इज नो डाउट. यस नो कुछ तो बताइए आप लोग.
नो डाउट सर.
Okay, fine. Risk management is a process that includes hazard identification, interactive exchange of information and opinions, hazard characterization, evaluation of policy alternatives. Risk management is a process that includes hazard identification, interactive exchange of information and opinions, hazard characterization, evaluation of policy alternatives. What is the right answer? कौन सा ठीक लग रहा है? देखिए, hazard identification. हाँ, which option?
Option B.
B.
Sir, B option.
Interactive
The second
exchange.
one.
Interactive exchange of information and opinions. Okay. Or
Yes.
and somebody is saying okay, B बताया आप लोग. ठीक है. Hazard identification. Only hazard identification is not okay. Hazard characterization is also, there is a part of HACCP basically. So I cannot just say this is the only thing. Interactive exchange of information and opinions, obviously that is a part. That's definitely a part. Now see the option D, evaluation of policy alternatives. What does that mean? It's a part of management, right? So when there is it's a part of management, here you need to understand what we have at this moment. What is the present system? What is the present policy? Whether that particular policy is effective or not. If it is not effective, then we have to make some alternatives. That is the actual, you can say, the motive of doing this management part. Management में होता क्या? Basically management में क्या है? Interactive exchange of information is a part, obviously. It's a part of that. But ultimately मेरा focus क्या है कि मेरा जो present system है, whatever system I'm having right now, the people or the process or other things, whether that is effective or not. Are you getting my point?
Yes sir.
ये question थोड़ा सा अटपटा सा है. Answering this question is a little bit difficult, but you have to understand a little bit depth of management. What management actually does, always it checks and rechecks कि whatever system I am having at the moment, whatever policy I am having at the moment, the manpower or the process or the product related or anything, whether that is effective, that is protecting the entire system or not, or we have to make some alternative policy. देखना हर साल there is some revisions. Okay, policy में there are some revisions are happening. So in food safety management system, the FSTM team leader, there is a management representative. So whenever there is a new specification comes or there is a alteration in the process, suppose there is a small improvement is done. Small improvement, technical term for small improvement is, anybody knows? If anyone is working in some industry, they might be knowing. There is a word called Kaizen. Okay. If there is a Kaizen means there is small improvement in certain process or certain parameters. Okay. So that the process is easier. It may be depending. It may be about the process. Maybe about the employee's behavior. Anything it could be. Kaizen can be applied anywhere. So now once we have applied certain Kaizen in certain area, we need to revise the policy. We need to revise the SOP. So when we are doing risk analysis for particular that area, we need to part. We have to see. We have to again see that whatever policy was there after implementing this Kaizen, whether that is okay or we need some alternatives. Okay, that is a final outcome. Okay. B option is not wrong. I won't say B option is wrong, but here the most appropriate answer will be D. Evaluation of policy alternatives. Okay. Okay. Food business means sale of food or food ingredients for no profit. A person by whom the business is carried on. Sale of food or food ingredients for profit or not, and whether public or private. Sale of food or food ingredients for profit. Which is the right answer? Which is the right answer?
D option.
Option D.
C.
Option C. Okay. So the little kid is also learning what is a food business. So sale of food or food ingredients for profit or not, whether public or private. So that is the answer you are saying. And some people are saying option D. किसी ने बताया ना option D? Someone is saying.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but the option D is not right. If you see the definition of Food Business Officers Act, it is even if there is no profit, not an issue. Okay, display for sale or display for anything. Sale, that's it. It can be profit, can be no profit. It may be a public, it may be a private. Not a big deal. Okay, so right answer is sale of food or food ingredients for profit or not, and whether public or private. Okay. मिड डे मील में जो होता है, मिड डे मील और the canteens which are run in any government organization, वहां पे कोई profit होता है क्या? They are running for profit? No. There is a kind of welfare, you can say, employee welfare. तो profit में भी बनता होगा, but अगर third party को दे रखा है तो profit बनता है. There are some government areas where there is some government canteens which is run by the government staffs. वहां पे भी आपका food business है, and there also they require license. Okay, so it is not that there should be some profit. होना ही होना है, हो भी सकता है, नहीं भी हो सकता है, and it should be public only. No, it can be private also. So that is the right answer. To promote safe and healthy food, FSSAI has launched a training toolkit for health under the scheme of Jago Grahat Jago, Swachh Bharat, Satvik Khana, Ayushman Bharat. Now this is a general knowledge question type of thing. So what is the right answer? To promote safe and healthy food, FSSAI has launched a training toolkit for health under the scheme. Which scheme के अंडर में ये वाला है?
Maybe D.
Sir, C option.
सात्विक खाना. सात्विक खाना बोल के कोई स्कीम है?
Maybe D.
Ayushman Bharat.
Yes, the right answer is Ayushman Bharat. Jago Grahat Jago is there is a scheme. Swachh Bharat is also a scheme. Ayushman Bharat is also a scheme, but specifically this tool is under the scheme Ayushman Bharat. Okay. So right answer is
Ayushman Bharat is also for the medical में इसका एक plan
application
है
is there. Yes.
एक
Also
plan
this
है जिसमें कि free medical treatment दिया जाता है.
right. See, Ayushman Bharat
is related to that.
Yeah, it's a big umbrella. Under that there are certain different things which has been launched. तो FSSAI का जो part है, इसमें जो safe and healthy food वाला part है, जो training tool kit है, that comes under Ayushman Bharat only. Okay, maybe certain I don't know exactly how it works. Maybe certain funding or whatever the things are there, that is under that Ayushman Bharat. Okay, उसके छत के नीचे ये काम चलता है. ये जो tool kit है, it is under Ayushman Bharat. There are different dimensions of Ayushman Bharat, but this is one of the dimensions. Okay. Next question. Dehradun based Indian Institute of Petroleum has pilot tested to convert using cooking oil into bioethanol, bioaviation turbine fuel, biodiesel, biomethanol. Which is the right answer? Dehradun-based Indian IIP, Indian Institute of Petroleum, has pilot tested to convert used cooking oil. So this is the scheme. Used cooking oil को reuse करने के लिए. What is the name of that initiative?
Ruko, reuse per
Ruko.
Sir, रुको.
Yes, Ruko is the initiative, name of the initiative. Now question का क्या answer है?
So D.
D.
So bio aviation turbine fuel.
Very good, very good, very good. The right answer is bioaviation turbine fuel. Absolutely. Okay. So इसमें explanation का तो कुछ नहीं है, but that is the thing. So we can use that. Reuse cooking oil can be used for many purposes. So this is a very nice initiative which has been done by this. One-step resource for managing all activities of food testing. Are we? Shall we continue? It is already 21:36, 9:36, or we can stop here.
We can continue up to 10.
Can continue up to 10. ठीक है. बहुत interesting लग रहा है शायद. अच्छा चलो. 121. One steps resource for managing all activities of food testing through online interface is called as FPAS, FOSCOS, FLRS, InfolNet. One step resource for managing all activities of food testing.
InfolNet.
Yes, right answer is InfolNet only. FOSCOS किसके लिए है?
License and registration.
So food safety training.
Food safety training, madam, that is for FOSTEC you are trying to say. Training
Oh,
मतलब
oh,
FOSTEC.
okay. Yeah, first.
FOSCOS is for food safety compliance system. That is for basically application and registration process. Okay. FLRS is the old one of the FOSCOS. Okay, and InfolNet is basically, it is still in a what you can say, it's still developing stage. So it's not completely implemented, but some areas it is there. So it is a completely online testing. What you can say, interface means there will be trial of sample, it will be sent to lab, everything data will be captured, and the food analyst will again do the analysis, he will capture the report. So everything is online. Okay, fine. Trans fat can be avoided by avoiding vanaspati ghee for cooking, choosing meat and dairy products, consumption of baked or processed foods like biscuit, cake and chips, leaving food in the oil for a long time.
So D option.
Daily products.
Option D.
Option B.
B, choosing meat and dairy products. Trans fat can be avoided by choosing meat and dairy products. How?
Sir, option A.
मुझे ज्यादा क्वेश्चन इसमें है कि मीट और डेयरी प्रोडक्ट्स को अवॉइड करने से कैसे ट्रांस फैट कम हो सकता है, ये मेरा क्वेश्चन है. राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन ए, अवॉइडिंग वनस्पति घी फॉर कुकिंग. दैट इज ट्रू, क्योंकि अब जब कुकिंग करते हैं तो ट्रांस फैट बनता है. मीट डेयरी प्रोडक्ट्स को करेंगे तो ट्रांस फैट कैसे बच सकता है? आई थिंक मुझे इसमें थोड़ा रिसर्च करना पड़ेगा.
Because
Right
the
answer is
dairy
avoiding
product,
dairy product. Somewhere I also have a feeling कि हाँ dairy product में trans fat कैसे बन सकता है. Okay, that can be a question. But meat fat.
yes, sir, meat fat, but in fish and in chicken, that is good fat. Matlab not good fat, but that is
Protein part is more, but fat
Yeah.
is there. But when we are hitting the
but
fat,
less fat as compared to other like mutton and other fats.
but you cannot just say कि chicken fat only is considered. Mutton, meat means it will be there in. It
Yeah,
will be
meat and
chicken
mutton
also.
are very heavy in fats.
Right.
But
Okay.
chicken and fish, we can consider chicken and fish and egg white.
Yes,
And-
that is the egg white is basically protein only. So, so that can be an option. But meat, when we're saying meat, it includes all the means red meat and all. Okay.
Yeah.
So the correct answer should be vanaspati ghee. If you are avoiding that, so it will not generate any trans fat. Okay. Milk and milk products order was promoted by the government of India under the provisions of Food Safety and Standards Act, FSSAI, Essential Commodities Act, Ministry of Home Affairs. पुराने जमाने की बात है. Milk and milk products order. It was promoted by government of India.
Essential commodity.
Very good. So the right answer is Essential Commodities Act. Okay. As per the provisions of MMPO, person or dairy plant needs to be registered with the registering authority appointed by central government if any person or dairy plant is handling less than 500 metric ton of milk solids per annum. Any person or dairy plant is handling less than 10,000 liters per day of milk. Any person or dairy plant is handling greater than 1,000 metric ton of milk solids per annum. Any person or dairy plant is handling greater than 10,000 liters per day of milk. ये MMP अगर किसी ने पढ़ा है तो ही आंसर कर सकते हैं, अदरवाइज लिटिल बिट
D.
सर डी ऑप्शन होगा क्या?
हाँ,
Option C.
आपने पकड़ा तो सही पकड़ा एकदम. अगर नहीं भी पढ़ा है तो दिस इज द राइट आंसर. More than 10,000 liters per day, if the production capacity is, then they need to be registered. के टाइम में ये था. ठीक है. The right answer is more than 10,000 liters per day of milk. Okay.
10,000 या 1 लाख है.
10,000 only. 1 लाख लिखा है क्या कहीं पे? मतलब आपको क्या 1 लाख याद है क्या?
1 लाख याद है.
मुझे तो 10,000 ही लग रहा है. रजिस्टरिंग है ना, रजिस्टरिंग अथॉरिटी 10,000 की होना चाहिए. चेक इट थ्रू. आप एक बार देख लीजिए एक बार. ठीक है. It should not be 1,000 metric ton or 10,000 less than 10,000 liters. ये नहीं होना चाहिए. 200 metric ton भी नहीं. It should be greater than 10,000. Okay.
Greater than 10,000. Greater than.
Greater than 10,000 only, no? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. ठीक है.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Third party private auditing of FBO will more frequently regulatory questions more frequently regulatory inspection by central or state licensing authority, increase the gap between regulators led enforcement and field level non-compliance, reduce the food safety inspections conducted by licensing authority, facilities free of cost auditing for FBOs. The question ही थोड़ा सा अटपटा है. So what should be the answer? Third party private auditing of FBO. What is trying to say? Third party private auditing of FBO will more frequently regulatory inspection. Will do more frequent regulatory inspection by central state licensing authority. Increase the gap between regulators led enforcement and field level non-compliance. Reduce the food safety inspection conducted by licensing authorities. Facilities free of cost auditing for FBOs. क्या होगा? क्या आंसर होना चाहिए? If this is basically what I can understand from the question is, if a person is doing some third party auditing, any FBO is doing third party auditing, what will happen? Which is the most appropriate answer?
C, sir.
Option
C.
C. D.
Reduce the
B.
C.
C. Yeah, this is actually the right answer. Okay, when there is third party audit ज़्यादा होगा, so there will be less inspection. Why? Because the licensing authority knows they already are under scanner, so they can show the inspection reports which they have done, the auditing reports they have done from the third party. Right. The project Clean Street Food is an initiative taken up under a 360-degree approach to food safety and healthy nutrition, safety, food adulteration, hygiene.
hygiene.
डी ऑप्शन सर.
Clean Street Food Hub basically focus on hygiene only, right?
Hygiene.
Yes. Okay. Next, risk assessment means a scientifically based process consisting of 8 steps, 4 steps, 10 steps, 6 steps. How many steps are there? Risk assessment. And what are the steps?
So 4 steps:
What are the steps?
hazard identification, characterization, exposure assessment, and risk characterization.
Very good. Very good. There are 4 steps. Okay. क्या कहेगा आप बताइए. 4 steps you said, no? Just say it again. for others?
Hazard identification,
Right.
hazard
Characterization,
user
yes.
assessment, and risk characterization.
Very good. Okay, so there are 4 steps for risk assessment. Okay. A healthy food contains trans fatty acids content of less than 0.2 gram per serving, less than 1 gram per serving, greater than 1 gram per serving, greater than 0.2 gram per serving. Which is
Less
the right?
than 0.2 gram per serving.
Right answer is a system integrating all food safety standards and regulations for providing quick access to vertical as well as horizontal standards is called Indian Food Standard Quick Access, FSSAI, FSA, International Food Standards. Very easy question. What is the right answer?
C, sir.
Option C.
C, act.
Act.
Yes, sir.
So D.
E. What is Indian Food Standard Quick Access? किसी को पता है इसके बारे में?
No, sir.
Do you know anybody इसके बारे में पता है? A system integrating all food safety standards and regulations, providing quick access to vertical as well as horizontal standards, is called FSSAI is the authority. Okay, okay. International food standards. No way. There are so many international food standards, right? Now people are saying Food Standards Act. Now Act में क्या है बताओ? Act में 101 sections are there. Is it a quick access? Tell me. You want to means understand the different standards, vertical or horizontal standards you want to know. तो उसके लिए क्या आपका एक्ट में अगर आप जाओगे, will it be very quick?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So basically this IFSQA जो है ना, Indian Food Standard Quick Access, there is a certain it can be kind of, you can say, a tool where you can directly go and you can check the different vertical and horizontal standards. ठीक है, यहाँ पे क्विक एक्सेस देखा तो क्विक एक्सेस सीधा आंख बंद करके आप इसको टिक कीजिए. ठीक है, so Indian Food Standard Quick Access is the kind of tool you can say, okay, where you can get the both the things at one go. डायरेक्ट जाकर आप चेक कर सकते हो कौन सा फूड एडिटिव क्या कहते हैं, मतलब अलाउड है, नॉट अलाउड है. अब बहुत सारे फूड एडिटिव है, एक्ट में जाएंगे, रेगुलेशन में, एक्ट में जाएंगे, वहां से बोले रेगुलेशन देखो, रेगुलेशंस में फिर आपको चेक करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, so for easing out that, this is what is being made. The objective of Clean Street Hub includes making eat out places free of crime, promoting local business, rigorous implementation of hygiene and safety in the eat out places, promoting Indian cuisine.
Sir, B option.
Option D.
B.
I think C.
D. Promoting local
Option
business.
C.
I think it's C option.
Yes. The correct answer is rigorous implementation of hygiene and safety in the eat out places. Now, the people who are opting this one, promoting Indian cuisine and local business, that is basically जैसे आपका प्रोडक्ट का बाय प्रोडक्ट होता है ना, तो बाय प्रोडक्ट आप बोल सकते हैं कि लोकल बिजनेस प्रमोट कर रहे हैं, इंडियन क्यूजिन को प्रमोट कर रहे हैं, दैट्स फाइन. बट मेन प्रोडक्ट आपका ये है कि हाइजीन और सेफ्टी इज द फर्स्ट थिंग. ओके, व्हाई वी नीड अ क्लीन स्ट्रीट फूड हब? बिकॉज whatever the street food are there, whatever water they are using, what the facilities they are using, वो कहाँ से लेके आने किसी को नहीं पता. Okay, so जो facility use कर रहे हैं, जो आपका where they are keeping the food material, okay, all the carts or the places, okay, some may be cemented, some may be just simple carts will be there, some may be of wooden, some may be of some stainless steel material may be there. So these are all unorganized and unhygienic and unsafe. So what a clean street food hub does, a common facility is given by the local authority. There is a common facility, use the common electricity, common water, common space, and certain specifically it will be made and it will be treated as a clean street food hub. Actual concept is that. Okay, so rigorous implementation of hygiene and safety in eat-out places, that is the main objective of this Clean Street Food Hub. Online service, namely the food product approval system, is developed to regulate manufacture, storage, distribution, sale, and import of food article. Identify if a food product requires approval from FSSAI. Ensure safe and wholesome food for human consumption. Develop food standards, regulations, and guidelines. What is the right answer? Online service, namely the food product approval system, FPAS.
Maybe sir B.
Yes, it's absolutely right answer. Right answer is option B. Identify if a food requires approval from FSSAI. Now tell me which food required approval from FSSAI.
Proprietary food.
Novel
novel
food, genetically modified food, any new food which is new in the market, which doesn't have any history of consumption. Okay, so those things require approval from FSSAI. So आपको एक नया product बनाना है and you do not know whether approval is needed or not needed, you can use this online services. You can check, you can put the request whether it is required or not required, it will be shown. Okay. Anyhow, authorities jointly responsible for implementation and enforcement of FSSAI 2006. FSSAI Central Food Authorities, FSSAI and FAO, WHO and FAO, FSSAI and State Food Authorities.
FSSAI and State Food Authorities.
Very good. Why not option A? Right answer is option D, but why not option A?
Because FSSAI and
Sir,
Central Food
FSSAI and
Authority
Central
is the
Food
same thing.
Authority, both of them are same thing only.
Same, exactly so. FSSAI itself is the Central Food Authority, right? So that is the reason. Okay. Example of a commercially sterile product is pickles, canned foods, boiled milk, fruit juices. This is from food science, but anyhow, canned foods. Good, 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 good. The standard plate count is not applicable to RTE foods and which RTE foods which has only cooked ingredients, deep fried products, fresh fruits and vegetables, RTE food which has cooked ingredients where no cooking process has been used. The standard plate count is not applicable to RTE foods which has only cooked ingredients, deep fried products, fresh fruits and vegetables, RTE foods which has cooked ingredients where no cooking process has been used.
Sir, fresh fruit.
Sir,
and
fresh
vegetables.
fruits and vegetables.
Why?
Contain a high level of microbial.
Fresh fruit are generally sterile if it is not stored in proper condition.
They're generally sterile.
Yes, sir.
I think it's B, deep fried products.
It is B, deep fried products where plate count will not be applicable.
Sir, fresh fruits because it's not under FSSAI and this is the agriculture product. We have no asset standard for the fresh fruits and vegetables.
My internet connection is kind of unstable, maybe.
I was saying fresh fruits and vegetables are not under FSSAI and they are not regulated by FSSAI. They are just agriculture products.
Because they contain a natural microorganism, fresh fruit and vegetables.
Shall we leave the class?